Hi guys, and welcome to titles and lower third animation. Before we start that, I want to show you something about the solid layers, and it's important that you learn about solid layers and how to build backgrounds and effects. Let's create a new composition, and this composition, let's give it a red color, something very strong. So you think I have a red color here in the background. The truth is this color is just a convenience color for you to work on. If you pre-compose, this color will disappear. Let me show you. I'll create a circle here. Then I have my composition comp 1. Let's create a new composition now, and we'll give it a background of blue, for example. Right? Then in the comp 2, will take comp 1, which has a red background, as you can see, and drop it inside. The red background did not come with my pre-compose comp 1, though comp 1 has a red background. This is to tell you that the colors that you choose when you are creating your compositions are not really backgrounds. They are just background colors for your convenience, and they will disappear later on if you pre-compose or you put other effects, of course. Now you might know there is possibility to render or create a video without this background. The proof is you have here toggle transparency. If you put it on, you notice really this color does not exist. Just a convenience color, you can call it like this, and actually it can be rendered as transparent or create a video without this color. In short, you don't have a background, you just have a background color. Fine, let's create some backgrounds. I will delete the two composition, I don't want them. I will create a new composition, right click, new comp, and call it intro to solids. I will make it 1280 by 720, frame rate 25, everything the usual, 10 seconds is okay, we don't care, and we click OK. The background color here is black, and that's very convenient for now. We are going to create a background. We are going to use solid layers. Solid layers are layers in After Effects. If you come to layer new, you will find solid layers. We have seen text and we have seen shape layers. Now we want to see about the solid layers. If I choose solid, I will have the dialog box for creation of solids. Now the solid is a rectangle, but be careful, it's not a shape. It has a width and a height, which makes it a rectangle. The pixels, you can also have inches, millimeters, and percent of composition. Now that is very interesting, you will see later we will use it. Cool, I will leave it to pixel, of course square pixels. Now notice here you have width and height in percentage of the comp. The width is at 100% and the height is 100%. If you happen to change, make it different and you don't want this, you can click make comp size to make it the composition size. Here I will come now, I choose the color. Now this color is the color of a layer. It will really count. So I'll take a nice color, let's say orange, red, something like this. Take it a bit darker. Cool, with me. Fine. Now I'll click OK. I have created a layer that contains a solid, and it's written here orange solid. Of course, you can come and rename it. In the project panel, a folder has been created, it's called solids, and inside it, it will list for you all the solids that you have used. So we have our background now. This is a solid, it is in the background, it's really a layer. I can come and call it background. Usually we call it BG, right? You have seen this one. Now the main purpose of solids is to drop effects. You create a solid layer and you drop effects on the solid layer. Now you can shape your solid layers with the shape tools and the pen tools to create a certain shape that fits your effects. Let's drop some effects here to create a nice background. The first one I want to show you is from Effects and Preset. It's called Vignette, but it's a special vignette from CC. CC is Sycor company, is a Swedish company that does a lot of effects for Adobe in general. I'll click on effects and drop it on the solid layer. Now, to learn about effects from time to time, you can come to the about, click on the about. It tells you who created it and which version it is. Unfortunately, it's version 1.0 only. And this effect adds or removes edges vignetting. So you can add an edge or remove the edge of a solid through a vignette. Let's click OK and let's play with the properties here. You have amount. Let's take this amount as far as we can, and you notice it has removed the edges towards black. Unfortunately, it's only black. And if you click and drag very far, it will remove them towards yellow. Let's go to black. Here you are doing a nice and very nice vignette without any trouble. Let's try now the angle of view. The angle of view, if you scrub it up, the CC vignette will eat more from the color of your layers and give you more black. But actually you will end up with a very nice circle, very well feathered, and the drop down in colors from your main color, the orange, towards the black will be very precise. Cool. There is also the center. You can change the center the way you like to put your vignette anywhere you want. Of course, we don't want to create a ball here. I will undo again, and we have our big vignette, and that is cool. We can take the center now and put it on the side, so you have a different kind of vignette, and maybe decrease the amount. Okay, if that's cool for you, or you can just put it back in the middle, wherever you want it, and increase the amount, so you get the colors that you want. Now, how do I change the color of a solid layer? I will select the solid layer, come to layer and say solid settings. I'll click on it, and here you can change the size, the pixels, all the parameters, and you can change the color. For example, let's take it towards blue. And we notice what's happening in the background here. It's already changing. Let's take it to more red, something like this. I hope red will look good. And make it reddish. Go back to the yellow. So actually I'm trying to do whatever I think is beautiful. Now you don't have to agree with me about the colors. You might decide, okay, this is not my character, this is not the colors I want, and I want to create different colors. So now we have created a background that really counts. Not just a background color for the comp, it's a solid layer that has an effect. Through the course, we will learn very many effects that you can put on solids to create some amazing backgrounds. I'll see you in the next lecture where we will start using this background and creating the first title animation.